Hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello world, right? Um, so first off, we want to thank all of you subscribers, all of the people that have been liking, all of the people that have been sharing, showing massive support. We thank God for what He's doing, and for you guys even being able to hear such a small voice as myself. I may be loud, but like I don't deserve what how God uses me. So I just thank God for that. Um, but if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe. Hit the subscribe. You just look on down and you hit subscribe as you watch the video through YouTube. Crystal usually puts a link inside of the post so that you could be able to push it and watch it through YouTube. After you watch it, please, if you like it, if it touches your heart, ministers to your spirit, share it. And if you like it and you have comments or you just had something on your mind, please feel free to comment that. We want to know how you feel. We want to know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. And we thank you and we encourage you to keep on keeping on. And I think today a topic that was brought to our attention is relationships, okay? So today I plan on talking about a relationship that was pretty bad for me. A relationship that was very unhealthy, but I was so in love, I was blinded by it. My very first relationship, you guys, it was so hectic, it was traumatic, it was devastating, okay? And I'm gonna just keep it real, you know? This individual cheated on me 24/7. I was new to the dating world. And he just cheated and cheated and cheated and cheated. And so to get back at him, I would cheat. And so then we was so abusive in a way. I would definitely say abuse came from me more because I was a violent individual due to physical abuse in my past. I felt like physical abuse was normal. All right? And so, of course, you know, with anybody, if you put your hands on them, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna put their hands back on you eventually. And so I had put myself in a situation of a physical relationship because of my past hurt. So, anyways, I was with this man, and I would just, whenever he did something that I didn't like or that I didn't agree with, it would be a fight. It would be a massive argument. It would be leaving multiple nights in a row. It would be a lot of these things. And I accepted it because I thought that he loved me and I thought that I loved him. All right? But as I grew up and as I learned so much more about life, I learned that I didn't love him. He was a convenience because I didn't want to keep on redoing the same thing. I was scared of change. I was scared to move on and have a better life with someone that would treat me right because I was so used to being treated wrong. All right? So this wrongdoing that had been done in this entire relationship, you guys, 5 years of my life down the drain. But I grew wisdom from that relationship. So much wisdom. So much wisdom, you guys. He would call me out my name, you guys. It was just so many things that he would do and that he would say. And for the sake of not being alone, I dealt with it. For the sake of not wanting to experience change again, to try to tell this person how to love me, to try to tell this person all of the things that I love and all of the things that I cherish and all of the things that I hated, I accepted it. Somebody out there is accepting something because they're scared of change. They're accepting the bare minimum out of a man. They're accepting physical abuse. They're accepting a drug-based relationship. They're accepting an alcohol-based relationship. They are accepting lack of love because they're used to it, right? I want to let you know today that you are not alone. All right? I once too was there. I thank God because what I did was I prayed this prayer. I used to always pray this prayer. If he's not the one for me, Jesus, remove him. And he would show me every time. I'm like, doggone it, Lord, you done threw shoes in my head. You done threw clothes. You done threw a car. Like, and I'm still over here thinking that this man loves me. All because I had not loved myself. All because I didn't want to move on. All because that kind of abuse was what I was used to. It is time for you to unlearn some things, young lady. It is time for you to unlearn some bad treatments so that you can be in a better relationship. It is time for you to be pampered. It is time for you to be loved. Now look, when I got into my new relationship, my husband, when I got my actual husband, you guys, I had to mentally prepare myself to not hurt my husband because he had nothing to do with my past hurt. How do you do that? You forgive. I forgave them for what they had done to me. I asked them to forgive me for what I had done to them. Thus for, even if they didn't understand and accept my apology, I had done what I was supposed to do. Thus for, releasing that and moving forward, clean slate, which then means I'm not taking my old luggage into my new situation. So when my husband came to me, I was ready and able to love him because forgiveness had taken place. I was open and ready to love myself, so I was open and ready to love someone else. Some of the times, we jump right on into the next relationship without healing, right? Without healing, without taking time to acknowledge, man, I did not like that. Man, I should probably leave that back there in that relationship and move forward and do it like this. One thing that I learned from that relationship is keep my hands to myself, all right? I learned that very quickly. And from that relationship on, I had not put my hands on a man unless I was ready for whatever came after, unless I was ready to set the tone for that bad relationship. From the past 5-year relationship, I had learned, love yourself before you jump into a relationship to love someone else. From that relationship, I had learned, know when to call it quits. 5 years of my life, I had to know when to call it quits. Thereafter, I feel like my relationships was only a year or two. I was quickly in and out if it wasn't right. In and out if it wasn't right. In and out if it wasn't right. I had learned to pray in that 5-year relationship. If they're not right for me, reveal it and move them on or move me on, God. And I began to listen to that. Even though I was in the world. Like I was praying this prayer in the world. I didn't have no God in me at that time. And I had to pray that prayer. God, if they are not right for me, remove them, remove them, remove them, remove them. And like I said, sometimes God gonna have to throw a car at your head and be like, hey, they're not the right ones. They're leaving you at home all night, every night, 5, 6, 7 days a week and saying that they love you through a phone call as they laid up with somebody else. They do not love you. It was so many signs and so many things that let you know that someone doesn't love you, but because we are broken, because we have been unforgiving, because we feel like that's all we can accept, we settle. Woman, man, let me tell you something. If a man or a woman loves you, the very thought of making you happy will make them happy. I was with very ungrateful men. You get them something, they're like, oh, well, why didn't you give me this? Ungrateful. Now, I learned what ungrateful was, right? Now, when I bring something home to my husband and be like, here, baby, I just was thinking about you. Baby, you are always thinking about me. Thank you so much. Like, it's just the fact that you even thought about me. It doesn't matter if it was this. It doesn't matter if it was that. It doesn't matter if it was a candy bar. Baby, you thought of me in your day. Now I have someone that will appreciate me. Now I have someone that I can appreciate. Now I have someone that will love me through my hurt, through my past pain. Now I have someone that is worth calling my husband. All right? And I'm not saying that you can't have that. It's available to everyone. But first off, you got to leave your past in the past. If we're still trucking on with this relationship and it's been 10 to 20 years and we know that they're no good for us, it is doing nothing but distracting you from what God has for you, that will treat you right, that will love you right, the desires of your heart in a man. Like, we're distracted from that because we're so busy allowing this same person to mistreat us day in and day out, and then have the nerve to justify their actions. Have you ever done that? I've done that. But mama, I just love him because he's broken, Mom. I don't want to give up on him because who else gonna be there? God, send his butt to the altar. Send his butt to the altar. Move yourself on. You are no one's healer. I am no one's healer. The only individual or the only deity that has the ability to heal someone is in heaven, and you are not there. We got to learn that we are no one's healer. Yeah, we have the ability to walk through some fire with some people. But don't complain whenever you're getting burnt with them. Oh, I just can't really believe why they did me like that, because you were somewhere where you shouldn't have been for the longest time. I was somewhere where I shouldn't have been for the longest time. Love yourself. Love, like, no matter what it is that you went through, no matter what it is that you've been through, stop holding it over your head. Love yourself. Don't be mad at how that person treated you, because guess what? That person didn't know no better anyway. But you deserve better. Notice that. Notice that, right? I'm not mad at how he did me, but I know I deserve better. So I'm going to walk on, and I'm going to let him do whatever he do. And I'm going to just pray for him and let God have him, because that's his anyways. We got to learn when to move on. You guys, we got to learn when to move on. Other than that, you're miserable and you can't give all of you to a world that needs it if you're giving all of you to one person that doesn't deserve it. I'd rather spread my love out. And because I have love at home, I am able to go outside and share love with people that don't see love every day, with people that don't know what true love is. I am able to go out there and reveal myself, my vulnerability to another individual, because I know that if they don't receive it, I can come home and release it and I will be accepted. I can go to the altar and release it and I could be accepted. All right? So we just wanted to talk about like relationships, you know, and just kind of like remind us, you know, maybe not. It worked for you. Maybe or maybe not. It spoke to your spirit. Maybe or maybe not. It helped you a little bit. But the point is not for you to just hear it. The point is for you to internalize it. The point is for you to say, man, I accept that I'm in a bad relationship. I accept that I deserve better. I accept that I need to do something different. I accept the challenge of moving forward, giving myself a better life, giving my children a better life. Because what happens is when we're in a bad relationship, our children are in that relationship too. Our children grow up and they get with the same man, and then the mom or the dad is mad, but they just did what they saw. They just did what you taught them. So now whenever they bring that man home that's putting a black eye on them, the man home that's sitting there cheating on them, they calling you every day like, mama, he won't come home tonight. You can't sit there and get mad at that man, because you too endured that for so long. But what I had to do is break that generational curse very quickly. Very quickly. So those people, you know, like, not saying that I've always been smart. Like I said, I spent 5 years in that situation. And thank God my kids was young. But some of our kids is teenagers. Some of our children are 11 and 12 years old, highly capable of understanding what a bad relationship is. Because kids will be like, Mom, why you let him do you like that? Mama, why you let him treat you like that? But instead of understanding that your child is seeing it and they are trying to tell you that we need to leave, we need to move on, we stay in that relationship and make excuses for them. No, ma'am. No, sir. We need to do better so that we can be in the relationship of our dreams. So that God can give us the desires of our heart. That man, that woman that you're looking for, that you've been praying about, that you've been writing down, that you want that man to be that can't be it, he's around the corner if you step outside. And it may look like, oh, it's 2020. Ain't no good men out here. Ain't no good women out here. No, my brother. No, my sister. God is working on somebody's heart. God is teaching someone how to be a man or a woman for you. God is teaching someone how to love you unconditionally as Christ loves us. But we'll never know if we don't get out of the old and get with the new. God bless you.